Most people set these up completely wrong. Here are my professional DJI Pocket Osmo 3 settings. Starting off with shooting in D-Log-M. If you're not shooting in this, you are leaving so much on the table. The amount of color grading options that can be done through this bit of kit are utterly incredible. Up next, it's shooting in 4K and it's 24 FPS. This is the same frame ratio as films, so if you're aiming for that super cinematic look, this is the setting to change. When it comes to slow-mo stuff, it's without doubt 4K, 120 FPS, super slow, super slick. There is also that 100 frames a second. I prefer 120. For ISO, I use between 50 and 800 for indoors and between 50 and 400 for outdoors. However, this is going to change based on your lighting situation, so be sure to factor this in when you're using it. When it comes to autofocus, I've used both the single point and the continuous autofocus. Continuous, I use for vlogging stuff, with people talking and the camera having to shift around. I use single point for if I've set up a complete scene and I can just set it and leave it and know that it will be in focus every time. When it comes to noise reduction and sharpness, I run both of these at -1. This helps massively in post to just really nail that footage. That noise reduction is really going to help clean up your image, and that sharpness is going to add to that cinematic feel. In terms of exposure compensation, I like to run that at 0.3 over. I'd much rather a slightly overexposed image than an underexposed image. It really helps retain all of that information in the shadows, and I can always find it much easier to bring down the exposure in post than it is to bring up the exposure. I leave my white balance on auto white balance. This thing seems to get it right almost every time. I've never had a real issue with it. This comes much more in the color grade, where I like to set the tone of my image by myself. Last and most importantly, if you are shooting in that D-Log-M, you need to go to the DJI website and download their D-Log-M to Rec 709 LUT to help you in post-production. This is going to save you a lot of time. It's going to get your footage back to Rec 709, and then you can start to build your color grade on top. Be sure to let me know your thoughts on my settings below. I love talking with people. I love finding out what different settings people run to get the most out of this incredible bit of kit. I'll catch you in the next one.